Hello everyone, Jay with the Periodic Review, and welcome to Entertainment News. I just want to thank everybody who watched my first video on the Rings of Power and actually hit dislike, and it made me question, like, okay, what did I say in that particular video that was so wrong, and I got so many dislikes on it. And it made me want to take a second look. And so apparently there's some more controversy going on. Amazon's Lord of the Rings series is already mired in controversy, with the Rings of Power showcasing beardless dwarven women that break Tolkien's lore. First revealed as a 2002 Super Bowl advertisement, the Rings of Power teaser trailer grants a first look at Amazon's grandiose The Lord of the Rings prequel series. While the trailer has received a decidedly mixed reception upon the release, there has been a universal outcry from the Lord of the Rings fan base regarding the dwarven princess Dacia, whose lack of beard has startled those familiar with J.R.R. Tolkien's original works. And I think that's a fair assessment because it really does quote from the book where it says that the dwarven women are sometimes mistaken as dwarven men because both appearance and tone of voice were very, very similar. So I can see where that does make sense. However, there is also something to say for making things look good and look nice versus, the hardcore lore. Incorporating Tolkien's tales from the Silmarillion, the Lord of the Rings of Power, tells the story of Middle-earth's Second Age and the 2,500 years before the War of the Ring. In particular, the Rings of Power focuses on Sauron's myriad deceptions and the forging of the 20 rings that form the backbone of the Third Age conflicts depicted in Peter Jackson's original The Lord of the Rings trilogy. Amazon's The Rings of Power, however, has much less source material to fall back on than its predecessors, allowing showrunners J.D. Payne and Patrick McKay a little more room for artistic expression than Jackson was able to exercise across both The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit movies. So it makes sense that if you take too much creative and artistic license, you do take away from the actual world, which is The Lord of the Rings. And just like Star Wars fans, Lord of the Rings fans are very diehard and very focused on making sure that everything looks and feels right. Whether this criticism and controversy is viewed as fair or not likely is governed by how much flexibility audiences are willing to give McKay and Payne when translating Tolkien's original stories. Those in favor of portraying bearded female dwarves was written by the Tolkien Feel the Rings of Power show is not honoring its source material, while those willing to bend on this issue subscribe to the idea of artistic license, as well as the ability to better distinguish Dacia from her predominantly male counterparts. I guess this article didn't also want to touch upon we now have a different skin color of dwarfs and elves, which I actually think is going to be interesting to see if it translates well. Obviously, keep as much of the original story, the original aesthetics, the original looks of different characters and races within that story intact, but you also want to make sure that you got the right people in the driver's seat as well. And I'm assuming that the reason that they have these certain characters is because they feel like they were right for that role. And at the end of the day, we're not going to really know if this all works out correctly until it comes out and we can actually sit down and watch the series to see if it all makes sense or not. But I'm not at the point where I'm upset just yet until I see it from start to finish to say, okay, that worked or that didn't work, or maybe they should have changed this and things like that. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Don't forget to follow for more content, and from our family to yours, good night.